Oh, hey, what's up, you guys? How's it going? It's Papa, and I'm here with
ALVIN round.
Right On. And what did you do today?
Today we played at a 3v3, and I got, in terms of individual matches, I went 6-0 with Marincess.
With Marincess.
Yeah, it's a really fun deck. It's my favorite deck right now.
So what made you pick Marincess for this event?
Honestly, I would just pick Marincess for like any big event right now, because like it seriously is just straight up my favorite deck, and I feel like people should like, I don't know, if just play your deck. If you get into like playing your deck, like your favorite decks, you can always like figure something out and like make it happen, like just make it happen. It's just really cool.
For sure, man. So then, other than that, do you have anything that you want to say before the deck? Any shout outs?
I would like to shout out 3 Bit Games. I came here wearing their shirt. It's like second family. I love those guys.
Right on.
Also shout out to Tiny TCG. That was our team name today, which is pretty freaking cool. And also shout out to GG Anime Collectibles. Very sorry, I forgot to bring your business cards. I wanted to use those as my field tender today, but I forgot them.
Aw.
And yeah, shout out to everyone at Tiny TCG and everyone who goes there.
It's okay, they'll know after the video.
Shout out to the Meta Bros. I love those guys. Those guys are cool. King Kaiwa, let's go.
They're good friends on the channel.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Push up, then yeah, you want to show us what you played?
Yeah, okay, so for starters, we play 3 Marincess Blue Tanks. This is like, it's a normal summon of the deck. It gets your combo started because it sends Marincess Seahorse. When she's used for a link summon of a water monster, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and if there's another Marincess card, it gets added. Like 95% of the time, you'll never hit it. It's okay. As for the next card, we play triple Marincess Seahorse. This is the second normal summon of the deck. Sometimes I like this over Blue Tang. Blue Tang is just meant to send this. Blue Tang also just nets you an extra card, but this doesn't lose to Ash, I guess. If you don't know, but it's whatever. It doesn't do anything else. It has a graveyard effect where it can banish itself to special another one from hand, but that only works on a turn that it wasn't sent to that, like to the grave that turn. It cannot be used in the same turn it was sent, and that sometimes comes up. But outside of that, it's whatever. And that's it for just like the Marincess monster lineup. You don't really play any other Marincess. I feel like the other ones are like kind of brick. I would want to play them sometimes, but like for like a more like serious occasion, I usually don't play. Then we play hand traps. We play triple Phantasme. Phantasme is really good because like you play against Tri Brigade, you play against some random rogue. Chances are they are going to link summon, and this lets you sculpt your hand and dig for more hand traps. It also kind of protects your board as well from like impermanent failure, I guess. It's alright. I would still play this. Still good?
It's okay, I can edit all this out.
Okay. Should I keep going?
One. Because I think they're gonna. You know what? Yeah, just keep going.
Then the next hand trap, we play triple Ash. Just really strong. You know, everybody plays, almost everyone plays Ash in their deck because it hits everything.
Of course, it's just the most generic.
Yeah, it's super good. Triple Bell. Meta Call, you know, Drytron graveyard effect sometimes. Tri Brigade Revo. A lot of like rogue decks summon from the grave, so this really hurts. It also can hit like Eldritch, the Sandgin. Sometimes it can hit Gamma, like even if they're not summoning from the graveyard, this touching Gamma is hilarious. That's it. It's another just good card.
Did you like it at 3?
Yeah, of course. I loved it at 3. I always ended up resolving one on my turn and then one on theirs. Like it always came up. It was really cool.
Nice.
Then the next one we play Triple Veiler.
Broken.
Triple Veiler is really powerful right now. Like it stops normal summons. Tri Brigade pay cost, I guess. You know, you send this, you stop it, or they go normal summon cat. You do this on cat summon, and the cat doesn't. Rescue cat doesn't resolve at all. Just really good. I think it's really good. It's worth playing. It's so good right now.
Right on.
They play Triple Skullmeister. Also a lot of like graveyard effects. You know, you can hit Drytron summoning from the graveyard. Sometimes Ben 10, I guess. If they go Tri Brigade, if you don't have the Ash, but they go Fractal Kit into Nerval, you can stop the Nerval. I usually like letting that Nerval activate because if I negate the kit first, they could still have like a Nerval in hand and then resolve it anyways, and then that's when it's like, oh damn, I feel like I wasted it.
Right on.
But you know, it's really good. Stops graveyard effects. They play 1 Pankratops. I like it because it's a free body, lets you kill random cards, and you know, free body, pop any card. Sometimes, like, usually against like back row, people do like TC Boo or like just something impressive, but this always gets rid of it. It's So it's really good. I recommend it.
So this is a preliminary going second deck, huh?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
It can go first or second, it doesn't matter, because like it's a 1-card combo deck, so you just play hand trap.
Right on.
And then now for the spells, we play only 1 Marincess Battle Ocean. I have had a good amount of people ask me why I don't play 2. It's because a lot of people like to think this is like the centerpiece of the deck. It really isn't. If they get rid of it, they just wasted an extra card on it. If they banish it, it's like, okay, that one kind of hurts, because now you can't like get your monsters really big.
Right.
But this is not like the end of the world just because, you know, they got rid of this. That's the other reason why I don't play the extenders, because that means I'm trying to focus on making the monster unaffected, which technically you can semi-achieve without the field spell. The field spell just lets you end games quicker and also chain block a little bit. So it's okay, just that one. Like, I do play like Desires, which I'll show later, but you know, this card's good. Play 1 Feather Duster. I don't know, I love like high impact cards, even if they're at 1. Like, they usually just come up a lot. Like, I've only actually used this like twice today, but they were always worth it. So this card's really good.
Makes sense.
1 called by, deck kind of loses to just hand traps. Not all the time, most of the time maybe. And like if they don't have hand traps, it's a free, like, you know, people who play multiple copies of card. It's another like DD Crow. You do it to Eldritch. You try to stop their combo. It's cool. Stops monster reborn, I guess. Then we play for consistency. Play triple Silent Mining. I kind of don't like this card because it makes you discard a card, and if you don't have like another Marincess, the Ash, and you kind of just pass your turn. But you know, that's why we play hand trap. It's okay. You could cut this to 2 and get away with it. I think that's fine. Then we play triple Desires. You play like an insane amount of 3-ofs, and getting an extra card is always nice. You can start your turn with this and hope your opponent ashes, so you go full combo anyways. Or you can do your combo if they don't have anything, get your field spell, and then you don't have to worry about losing your field spell. Like, the main purpose of this is just to like dig through your deck to see if you can get more hand traps. If you don't have your starter, you get your starter, or maybe like a mining, and also like just net you more hand traps. It's okay. It's also ash bait. Like, almost everybody ashes this. It's amazing. And then like special cards, I really enjoy playing because they worked out. I play triple Forbidden Lance. This card today has been really insane for me. Intentionally, it was mainly just for like to out Imperm, to out Dogmatica Punishment and Torrential and like several other good trap cards. But it also helps against droplets, which a lot of my opponents droplet me today, but I had the Lance for it. And also like you can run into monsters and make their monsters weaker. So this card's amazing. It definitely helps because all the smart players who like know how to play against like heavily decks that rely heavily on normal summons, they're gonna try to hit the normal summon, and this usually helps. Or like choke points. This also helps you with your choke points. And then we also play triple Forbidden Dress.
Now, how is this?
Forbidden Dress also kind of serves the same purpose as Lance, because the only thing it does is protect you from mainly like Torrential. It protects you from Gamma. Sure, the Gamma still negates the monster, but you don't want to lose that monster, because if you have the extender, you're fine. It's just to make sure it doesn't get destroyed by card effects. And it also, same thing, stops punishment. So, you know, and then damage step, same thing as Lance. And that's the last of the spells. But this and the Lance were like amazing. I definitely recommend this if you decide you want to play this deck.
Sure.
Then we play the last, it's just traps. Triple Marincess Wave. I chose 3 because I just really like this card. This card's amazing. A lot of players who play this deck like to say that this card's a brick, which, okay, in reality, yeah, it kind of is. But when you resolve it, it definitely protects your board, especially when you have Phantasme, some of your side deck choices, and it lets you secure the game. And the fact that it's not once per turn is also pretty insane, and you could try to get it off of blue tank. This card's really, really good. So, yeah. And then that's just it for the main deck. We have 40 cards in main deck.
Nice.
And then, as for the extra deck's pretty simple. We don't really play links, but for starters, we play triple Marincess Blue Slug. A lot of people like to play 2. They think, like, I definitely kind of agree, but 3 has always come up because it lets you use your Coral Anemone and your other effects more reserved. Like, you can conserve your resources, and this lets you grind really hard. Because one of the strengths I feel like this deck has is just trying to outgrind your opponent, especially since you're always summoning like a 46, 5200 beat stick. So this card's very like crucial to your whole combo. It's also one of like the starters, so like, because you always go Seahorse or Blue Tang into this grabs back the Seahorse, and that's, you know, starter your combo.
Right.
And most of the time the opponent will try to like Veiler or something, but it's okay. best normal, or best link one.
There's a link one, yeah, that's insane.
Then we play 1 Marincess Sea Angel. This searches a field spell. A lot of players actually try to like Ash or like Veiler this so I don't get the field spell, which is completely fine. I don't really care, because if I do really need it, I'll recycle this and I'll grab the field spell again anyways. but we just mainly summon it just for the name, because the field spell gives, you know, the equip.
Right on.
And then we play one area. This doesn't come up often, but the times it does, it's really clutch. You play against Striker, you take the Shizuku, it gets you a free link 3. You play against combo that has Needle Fiber, boom, gets you a link 4. It's okay. Sometimes you can end on this, but I never like end on it. Gets you an extra card.
Yeah.
Oh, and it lets you deal with like Secret Village, I guess. Because that has happened.
Oh, that's right. It's the Charmer.
Then you play triple Coral Anemone. I would play 2, but I played 3 because I had the room. And also, like I said, same reasoning as Blue Slug. You can hella outgrind and like make really good resourceful plays. So you always try to like maintain your 5 to 7 card hand every turn. And it's just really good. You play 1 Crystal Heart for the field spell. Makes your boss monster unaffected. That's it. You don't really use it for anything else. It's just also a name. 2 Splash Mage. A lot of people do 1. 2, I think is the correct number. Because if you open Seahorse, you're only gonna have to banish a Seahorse and a Splash Mage. And sometimes, usually, you just want to get your banish 2. So if you make the second one, you can still climb to link 4. Usually, if you do end up banishing it, you kind of hinder yourself, because then you can't turn 2 make her unaffected. Because they can kill her. Like, you make Great Bubble Reef, they kill her, who cares? The next time she comes out, she's unaffected. They wasted a card. Also, it comes in clutch later into the game as well. It's also good for grinding. Like, the extra deck for this deck is really linear. There's not much else you can play. We play 1 Marble Rock. I feel like 1 was enough since I was playing Coral Anemone and 3 Blue Slugs. Those are a lot easier to make than this. So grinding with those to get this back is better than playing 2 of these just to like try to out-research your opponent. Just playing 1 is fine. Especially just like if you summon it, they get rid of it, you can still banish and then set it back up with Great Bubble Reef to bring it back anyway. So, you know, no biggie, no big whoop. And sometimes you could just sit on this too with Wave if you have the Wave. It's just really powerful. And we play Shooting Code Talker.
So
this card, oh yeah, this card is pretty cool. While I was trying to do research, like try to figure out what else I could fit into the extra deck, Shooting Code Talker came up. It's a Side Burst of Water, so when you hit the restrictions from the Splash Mage and Blue Slug, this card fits perfect. And also you can set this up. So all he does is just, at the start of the battle phase, for every monster he points to, he gains 1 additional attack on monsters that turn. And then at the end of the battle phase, for every monster he's destroyed by battle, you draw 1 card. So your opponent's playing like some like low monster count, or like they're trying to defend themselves with like random monsters. You can use this to net yourself more cards if you know you're not gonna like go for a kill. And then also there's a lot of moments where he comes up. It just lets me net more cards, and then, you know, maintain huge hand, all hand traps. Opponent can't do anything. Fun time, you know. And then we play the main card of the whole deck, the Great Bubble Beef. So this is Marincess Great Bubble Beef. This card's really insane. It's the whole reason why you even started playing this deck. She's a link 4, not that hard to get into. So it takes 2 waters. It's during each player's standby phase, you banish a water from your field or your graveyard, and it draws you a card, which is like why like I played this deck with just so many hand traps, because you summon this and you keep drawing during everybody's standby phase to get more hand traps and try to stop them from playing the game. Because turn 2, you can actually look to OTK, and it's pretty good. And then also it's an extender, technically an extender, because it can ditch a water to bring back a banished Marincess monster. And then every time a monster gets banished face up, it gains 600 attack for each of those monsters. So she can get really big. Combined with the field spell, she hits 46, then 52, and then whatever else your opponent decides to banish.
Right on.
And then we play the last monster, 1 Wonder Heart. This comes up mainly for like OTK, if you're like, or if like you're trying to recover, or if you're trying to like do some sick like resourcing plays, because you can like re-equip like Marble Rock or Coral, because on the attack activation she summons whatever's equipped to her, like just 1 monster, and you can still activate their effect. So like say I have like a Marble Rock equipped, I can be like declare attack, damage cal, effect, summon the marble, you know, the attack goes through it, and then Marble Rock effect, add back a Marincess card. So it's cool. And then when she dies, she floats into a link 3 or lower, which is usually Marble Rock or Coral.
That's pretty good.
And that's it for the extra deck. Onto the side. So today for the side, it was pretty simple. It wasn't like anything crazy. I ended up just playing a triple Crow. I'm gonna be honest, I'm glad I didn't main deck this. I felt like main deck Meister was so much better than this card. Because this card you have to be really smart and like know the matchup in order to like do something here. Like it's such a nerve-wracking or brain-racking card. Like, but it's really good. I do recommend playing this card. It's really strong. Kind of straightforward. Triple Lantia. I figured like I'd be playing against like Invokes, maybe a lot of like Try. This card like kind of just shut down a lot of decks. You just activate this, sometimes they just end up passing. Also, like, it stops you evenly from hurting you. So the reason I like playing this card, because everybody likes to play board wipes. Usually I see evenly over Lightning Storm, which is kind of weird. Then we play triple Chaos Hunter. This card is really good.
Holy crap.
It kind of serves the same purpose as Lancia, protects you from getting cards from getting banished. Easy to summon because, you know, discard when your opponent special summons. All he does is he has a continuous effect that your opponent cannot banish cards. And that's why I like this card, because if my opponent's playing Try and they go Revolt, you know, they do all their chain links, and then as the final card you do Chaos Hunter, and it protects you from the Shurak. Sure, they get their cards, but now they don't get, like, to literally play the game.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything normal summon that can get over this. And this gets protected by Wave, which is, like I said, like, the Wave really protects your hand traps and your on-board hand traps. So this card's really powerful. I do recommend people should start, like, actually seeing this and playing this more. This card's really strong.
Honestly, that's a good card. I forgot about that card.
Yeah,
That should definitely be seeing some play.
And then I play Triple Twin.
Okay.
This is just for back row removal. I might get roasted for this, but I usually side it in going first. Because, like, if my opponent, like, end phase, like, sets, I'll be like, okay, oldest trick in the book, end phase, pop your back row. So, and you have the hand to afford discarding a card anyways. Or, you know, if you go second, it's good to force out their back row cards too. So, it's okay. It's generically good.
Right.
Then, the last card, I play Triple White Howling.
Oh, man.
This card's really strong too. But, like, I never got to see it this tournament because, like, I only played against, like, one Drytron. And I never saw this against the Drytron guy. All it does is if you control a water, you can banish a spell card in their grave, and then for the rest of the turn, all their spell effects on field are negated. So, like, you know, if they play another spell, oh, gone. If you're playing against Drytron, you hit the Meteonus, boom, no Meteonus, and then the rest of the spells are dead. It doesn't come up often, but, like, this is one of the side cards I've always left in the extra in the side deck. It's always come up. It's really powerful. And that's pretty much it, yeah.
Cool. Do you have anything that you would change about the deck?
Honestly, it's up to you. It depends on the event, like, and also how I feel. Like, before I even came, I was deciding on playing 45 cards, potentially Dark Ruler no more. But I kind of feel glad I didn't play the Dark Ruler. The reasoning behind Dark Ruler is because you make your Bubble Reef. I'm gonna be honest, they kill it. They kill it almost every time. But at the end of that combo, when you initially made it, you always add back your main card. So even if they establish your board, you go Dark Ruler, and then you make her again anyways. Who cares? And yeah, you can easily, like, slowly pick apart their board, which is, like, really nice. I don't think I would put. I wanted to put Crow in main, but I feel like I didn't want to play Crow in main.
Yeah.
Playing the unaffected build is really up to, like, whoever's playing the deck. If you want to see more consistency, I guess you could play, like, the Pascalis and the Mandarin. But the thing about Pascalis and Mandarin is that they're technically both bricks. Pascalis loses to Imperm if you don't have the lands or you decide you're not playing that. Also, but the good thing about but Pascalis helps you get to unaffected. Mandarin helps you get to unaffected. I usually like Pascalis over Mandarin because Pascalis has a grave effect that lets you banish to add back the wave in, from your grave back to your hand. Sometimes a field spell if they got rid of the field spell. And also, Pascalis is also better than Mandarin in the sense that if you open 2 Pascalis, that's still full combo for Bubble Reef. So opening 2 Mandarin is not full combo for Bubble Reef. So, like, half the time I go, like, 3 Pascalis, 1 Mandarin, maybe 2 Pascalis, 2 Mandarin, or triple Pascalis, double Mandarin, I guess. But, like, Mandarins are
Nice.
Also, I might end up playing Shifter in the deck.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah, there's a really cool combo I've been working with where you can set up you can go full combo and still end with 0 cards in grave, so Shifter's live during their turn. And then when you resolve Shifter on their turn, it'll still be live during your turn. So when you link climb, your monsters keep getting banished. And then every time a monster gets banished, Bubble Reef gains 600. So you can look for, like, big damage or, like, just OTK them right then and there. It's pretty good.
Good shit, man. Well, congrats again. Good job.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your profile.
Yeah.